The year 1952 was a milestone for Gibson as it saw the introduction of its first solid body guitar, the now famous Les Paul. But Gibson also added the ES-295 to its line of hollow body electrics, which it had been building since 1936. The ES-295 was produced for a relatively short time, from 1952 to 1958, and its specifications remained the same throughout that period, the only exceptions being that along with Gibson's other 16 1/4 inch wide guitars, its fretboard was changed from having 19 frets to 20 frets in 1955, and the tone and volume knobs changed from barrels to speed to bonnet style during production of the model. In design, the ES-295 was essentially a fancier two-pickup version of the ES-175. Like many other Gibson models before it, it was named for its list price, $295. The ES stood for Electric Spanish. The most immediately noticeable feature of the ES-295 is its finish, an all-over bright metallic gold. It is the same finish that was used on the Les Paul models of those years, though the vast majority of Les Pauls had only gold tops. Very few were all over gold like the 295s. The color is one of Gibson's most distinctive, but, due to its composition, not one of its most durable. It was produced by applying bronze powder in a clear lacquer. The problem arises when playing wear or scratches expose the bronze to air and the player's body and salt oxidizes the bronze to a green color. Once begun, the oxidation is difficult to control and the finish shows a tendency to wear away more rapidly than is normal. Even a perfectly clean guitar, no scratches or wear will fade with time towards a greenish gold color. The ES-295s are constructed of a laminate maple body, identical in size and shape to that of an ES-175. The headstock design and double parallelogram fingerboard inlay are also identical to those of a 175. The 295 has two single-coil P90 pickups just like those used on 175s, except that the covers are cream-colored instead of black plastic. The pickguard is unlike any other Gibson models. Whereas most Gibson arch-top pickguards are either tortoiseshell-colored plastic or laminate black and white plastic, the ES-295s is made from clear plastic with a floral design painted or silk screen from underneath with a coat of cream-colored paint applied from the underneath as background. It appears very similar in construction to Gretsch pickguards of this period. The hardware is gold plate and the Clouson tuners have amber-colored single-ring plastic buttons shaped like acorns. The top, back, and fingerboard are bound with cream-colored plastic. Like the first Les Pauls, the ES-295 has the trapeze-tailpiece bridge combination that was developed for Gibson by Les Paul himself. Unlike the ones found on early Pauls, however, on the 295 version, the strings pass over instead of under the bridge portion, which allows the player to mute the strings with his hand. Some of the very early ES-295s even have Les Paul engraved at the base of their tailpiece. As the Les Paul evolved, so did its tailpiece, but the 295 continued to have the trapeze combination until the model was dropped in 1958. The 295 never caught on in a big way, probably because the bridge tailpiece combination is not conducive to staying in tune with light gauge rock and roll strings, as well as because hard use promotes deterioration of the finish. Its production totals show that it peaked in 1953, with over a third of its total production of 1,770 guitars having been built that year. Its greatest claim to notoriety during that period was its use by Scotty Moore on some of the early Sun sessions with Elvis Presley in Memphis. Nonetheless, ES-295s in good condition are very scarce today and are widely sought by collectors due to their unique position amongst Gibson hollow bodies.